Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamritamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude. Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavani Shri Vishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vanchakalpatarubhishta Kripa Sindhubhyev cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhudale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Mugam Karodi Vachalam Pangam Langede Garimet Kripata Muhammad Shri Guru. Okay. All right. Thank you, dear devotees, for joining. So we are discussing the first sloka of Upadesamrita, the nectar of instruction by Srila Rupa Goswami. So last class we discussed about the first urge, which is the urge to speak, urge of speech, which we discussed in detail. The problem, the examples of urge to speak, and also the solutions. Also, we were discussing about the urge of mind. So we discussed a couple of things also. I mean, all the explanation by Srila Prabhupada we have seen. Also, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj's explanation is what we are now studying, right? So we discussed till, I remember we were talking about Jagai and Madai last time. Anger, how to use the anger in service. So one example is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Second example is Krodha, Hanuman. Hanuman is setting fire to Lanka. It's a second example. And third example is Arjuna's. Arjuna is using his anger to fight in the battlefield. So I think we stopped here only. So now let's go ahead with the urge of the tongue. As for the urges of the tongue, we all experience that the tongue wants to eat palatable dishes. Generally, we do not allow the tongue to eat according to its choice, but should control the tongue by supplying prasada. I think we have discussed this already. We have discussed already this urge of tongue with the prasada. We have prasada through accepting prasada, honoring prasada. We can control the tongue, and of course belly also, because belly, tongue, and genitals all come in the straight line. So now, in the similar manner, the urges of the genitals, sex impulse, can be controlled. Oh, I think we all discussed this. We are here, if I'm not wrong. This also we discussed. Nobody is telling me also. I don't know why. Anyway.
No, Prabhu, I was about to say, but when you yourself said that, so that's the reason I just did not. We're down, Prabhu.
Yeah.
We are here. Basically, the conclusion is that when we talk
Yeah.
about, that was the last statement we finished. After this, we have to start the flickering mind.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Thank you. So as for the agitations of the flickering mind, they are divided into two divisions. The first is called avirodha priti, or unrestricted attachment, and other is called virodha yukta krodha. Virodha yukta krodha means anger arising from frustration. So flickering of agitation of mind is categorized into two. One is avirodha priti. Avirodha priti means unrestricted attachment, means too much attachment, material attachment for something. something or somebody or whatever. Unrestricted attachment, avirodha priti. And other is virodha yukta krodha, means anger arising from the frustration of not fulfilling the desire. Hmm. So that's the thing. So one is avirodha priti is unrestricted attachment. Virodha yukta krodha is anger which is arising in frustration because of the non-fulfillment of the desire. Yeah. So here he is giving, Prabhupada is giving some example. Adherence to the philosophy of Mayavadis, belief in the fruitive results of the Karmavadis, and the belief in plans based on materialistic desires are all avirodha priti. Jnanis, karmis. Okay, these are the examples of avirodha priti. What are the examples given by Prabhupada? One is Jnani's adherence to Mayavadi philosophy, and the karmis belief in the fruitive results or fruitive activities, and three is materialistic belief in plans based on the desires. So means beliefs in the plans based on the desires. So these three things. If you see Mayavadis, they are very much attached to their own philosophy. The philosophy is wrong, but still they are very much attached. Mean they will not be changing. They are very much into that. Karmavadis also, or karmis in simple terms, karmis are also very much attached to material things, material sense objects, and they are always attached to fruits of the result, or fruitive results. And third is other, three is materialistic desires based on plans. So we have so many plans out of, because we make so many plans. Why? Because we have so many desires. So the desires are, according to the desire we make elaborate plans. So these are all examples, uh, or examples of attachment, too much attachment to the materialistic, or too much attachment to materialistic object, sense object, or anything material. It could be name, fame, recognition. It could be the results of some activities. It could be anything, including Mayavadi philosophy, he says, because there is no correct connection. Okay, we cannot see any kind of connection with Krishna here. Now, jnanis, karmis, and materialistic plan makers, the three category which mentioned before, generally attract the attention of conditioned souls. But when the materialists cannot fulfill their plans, and when their devices are frustrated, they become angry. Frustration of material desires produces anger. So too much attachment, this is avirodha priti, will lead to virodha yukta krodha. That is what the meaning here. Virodha priti means too much attachment, material attachment, that if it is not fulfilled, then it becomes krodha, frustration. And the frustration of material desires produces anger. Right? Is it correct? If we have, for example, we have so many plans, so we may plan, okay, this should happen in this way. We make a big plan, and we will be doing our best also to somehow, you know, fulfill that, or fulfill that plan. We will do our best, but still we may fail. Then we are frustrated. Why? I put all my efforts. I did my best. So we may find reasons of failure, not in us. We may try to put, because of that person, or because of that situation, or even sometimes we say it's because of Krishna. He did not fulfill the desire. So we will try to blame others because it is not fulfilled, and we may get angry. Of course, we will get angry because of that frustration. When problems comes in our life, because problems always comes without any notice. There is no notice. Okay, tomorrow you will get some problem. Nobody is getting some notice like that. It will come just like that. When it comes, and we have so much plans, and when the problem comes, the plan and the problem is not matching. So it will not work. So we will get agitated. Agitation means then we will get angry. We will be angry at everybody. We'll be angry at spouse. We will be angry at the office, angry at children, angry with the colleagues or whatever. So this is what is the anger is basically the result of unfulfilled desires or frustration because of unfulfilled desire. Yes. Okay. Now, before we move towards the next, he's speaking about controlling the tongue. Let's take some examples. Ravana. Ravana in the Ramayana, he is a good example for this avirodha priti. Too much attachment. He had all the material opulences and he was having everything. He was a very handsome person, very young, handsome. He had so many beautiful wives, and he had so much power. But he was always agitated by mind because mind was not controlled. The reason is that he was um, because the desires, material desires, are always like that. We will never be fulfilled. It will never be fulfilled. Today we have some desire. Tomorrow we'll think that okay. We will think that if this desire is fulfilled, then I will be okay. If I get job in this company, that's all. Fulfill desire. We have a desire, and when we get a job, we will be happy for maybe 1 year. After that, then we will be looking for promotion. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year promotion is not happening. We get frustrated now. Now we think of jumping the company. Initially, we thought, okay, when I join this company, this is best. This is a very good company, and I will work till my retirement. We'll make some plans. After few years, things will change. We'll jump something or the other. This is only simple example. Everything is like that. Even money also. Whatever money we are getting, initially, just think about when we came here to this country, how much salary we had the first job. Are we were living with that salary? Of course, we were living with the salary. Even we were living with, even we will be living with our family. All our expenses we were meeting. And the more money we get, our desires are increasing, our requirements are increasing, everything is increasing. And money is also not sufficient. So now we want more money. So this goes like this always. It will increase and increase. The material desires are like that. Any desire you take, if you this is take the example of money or the example of fame also, name, fame also. If we start, because fame is the most dangerous. Name, fame is one of the most dangerous and subtle, uh, you know, enemy. It's subtle. It's not gross, but it's very subtle. Okay, we have to get popularity. Everybody should recognize us, because if we start getting some appreciation, then we want that appreciation every time. We'll try to be a star or whatever. Try to come in front and to get attention. Hmm. If we are not getting attention, we are frustrated. Then we started when then others are getting attention, then naturally there is an envy, like Ramachandra Khan was having the envy when Haridas Thakur was getting attention. So it is quite natural. So this is all, each one of us are facing all these problems. So the thing is that we don't realize it. We don't realize it at all. Now Rupa Goswami and Srila Prabhupada, they are all opening our eyes. This is what our life is actually. If we just analyze our life, just past, present, if you see, everything is we are going through everything, but we were not understanding it's a problem, or we were not understanding what our actual problem is. Now we are little bit, we are getting some information, we have some knowledge because of the mercy of acharyas, right? So we have to really work on it. Desires, we should try to reduce our hankerings for making money, making making or getting some positions, or accumulating so many things, so many accumulations. So we will speak about, we will Rupa Goswami, Roshila Rupa Goswami speaks about that in the next sloka, basically Atyahara Prayasascha. We will discuss more there. But anyway, Dashamuga Ravana had all the opulences, but his mind was always agitated. And Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita. Hmm. So see, Ravana was having so many beautiful wives, but still he wanted to uh, enjoy with Sita. What a sin! What a mindset! Just think about it. Because it was too much attached. Because of the unrestricted attachment. Bhagavad Gita says, "Uddharet atmanatmanam, natmanam avasadayet, atmaiva hi atmano bandhur, atmaiva ripur atmanaha." This comes in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, wherein it says one should deliver, or one should uplift ourselves with the help of the mind. So mind, we have to use it in a proper way, and that should uplift us spiritually, not degrade. The mind should help us to upgrade ourselves, not degrade. Because mind, because the reason is that mind can act as a friend or as an enemy also. Both mind is like, mind can take any sides. It can act as a friend, or it can act as an enemy. The reason enemy, we know, mind is always tricking us. All desires are in the mind. So it is tricking us and keeping us in this world. Mind is what, the desires in the mind is what is keeping us in this world. Hmm. However, if we purify that mind by chanting, by hearing about Krishna, by studying Shastras, what will happen? What will happen? Then mind will become our friend. And that same mind, we will be using the mind in remembering Krishna, in remembering the pastimes of Krishna, remembering something we have studied from Shastra, something we have heard from the classes. We use the mind, same mind, for thinking, or for thinking, willing, feeling related to Krishna. Then our mind will become a friend. The same mind who was an enemy, whose enemy means who is the culprit of keeping us in this material world. But the same mind, if we are making him a friend by practicing Krishna consciousness, we will be able to get out of this world. So mind is so powerful. So that is what that verse is. Hmm. In another verse, in 6th chapter, he says, Arjuna says, 6th chapter, 34th verse, Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramati balabadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayur eva sudushkaram. He says, Chanchalam hi manah Krishna. Oh Krishna, this mind, mana means mind, is very, chanchalam means very flickering. Mind is very flickering. This is Arjuna's statement, by the way. Pramadi bhalavadradam. And not only that, not only it is fluctuating or flickering, pramadi means, chanchalam means flickering, pramadi means it's agitating, provocation, agitation, like that. And balavat means very strong. And dridam means obstinate. Dridavada, we studied in Subhashitani, right? Obstinate or stubborn. Hmm? So these are the characteristics of the mind. Arjuna is speaking to Krishna. He's saying mind is chanchalam, mind is pramadi. Pramadi means chanchalam means flickering. Pramadi means agitating, and balavat means very strong. Dridam means obstinate or stubborn. Then he says, Tasyaham nigraham manye vayur eva sudushkaram. Arjuna is saying that to control this mind, because it is chanchalam, because it is pramadi, because it is balavat, because it is dradam, it is very difficult to control the mind. Nigraham mani means to control the mind is very difficult. Vayur eva sudushkaram. Maybe this is Arjuna saying that maybe I can control the wind. Any one of us can control the wind? Can we change the direction of the wind? Or can we do something on that? Arjuna is saying, I may be able to control the wind. I can even change the direction of wind with his power and whatever. However, I am not able to control the mind. Mind is too much for me. This is Arjuna's statement. Hmm? Tasyaham nigraham manye vayur ivasa dushkaram. Then Krishna says, as in he speaks, he gives the answer for it actually. Hmm? So the mind is always restless, turbulent, obstinate. We know that, right? So we have to use our, it is mentioned that we have to use our intelligence to direct the mind. Because mind is too obstinate, it will not change its, whatever mind is having the impressions, it will not change unless our intelligence is pure. So the effect of intelligence, if you see the subtle nature of this, subtle nature, the gross elements, which is called as earth, water, fire, air, ether, those are gross elements. Okay, then comes the subtle things. So all the senses what we see are gross senses, eyes, ears, and all, because made of panja bhuta, earth, water, fire, air, ether, entire body. However, mind comes next. I mean, top of above that, because it's subtle. Subtle means we cannot see, or we cannot say where it is located. It is very subtle. And this mind's characteristics is thinking, feeling, willing. This is what the mind does, right? And subtler than mind is intelligence. So intelligence, what is the function of intelligence? Intelligence is giving us discriminatory power. It's a discrimination between good and bad. All the discrimination, good, and to make choices. The intelligence is basically helping us. So that is more subtler than even the mind, right? And more subtler than intelligence is our soul. In the sense, soul cannot be perceived by. It's not. It is more and more and more subtler. Anyway, so just the hierarchy. Bhagavad Gita says this. Also, we need to understand intelligence, since it is more. It's actually should come above the mind, in the sense, if the intelligence is pure, then with that intelligence we should be able to control the mind. So many times what happens, for example, just take a simple example. In the morning, if you want to wake up, mind will say, oh Sarvapalagaram Prabhu, you are very tired today, don't get up, sleep for some more time. You may be tired, oh whatever, my mind will give us some instructions. Don't do it, sleep, you need more rest, you will get migraine. Every day my mind is telling, you will get migraine if the sleep is not proper. Mm. And if the intelligence is not strong, then intelligence will become a servant of mind and we will sleep there. If our intelligence is strong with shastras, with bhakti, and our intelligence, okay, we know what to be done, what not to be done. Oh, it's already, I have slept for 6 hours, why I should sleep more? Sleep 6.5 hours is maximum for a human being. Why we are sleeping more than that? The intelligence will stay. If the intelligence is strong and sharp, then it will act. It will tell mind, shut up. Then we will act according to the intelligence. Now the mind will become servant of intelligence. In the previous example, it is like intelligence becomes the servant of mind. Then that is this time where we sleep. But actually, intelligence should guide the mind. So intelligence should be very strong. To make the intelligence strong, Shastra Adhyayan, Swadhyaya Abhyasanam Chaiva. We should study Shastras, because Shastras gives us correct directions. What is good, what is bad, what to be done, what not to be done, do's, don'ts, rules, regulations, everything. So with that, we should, control our mind. Otherwise, mind control will never happen. So as a reply to this, the reply to Arjuna's problem, he said, Chanchalam hi manha Krishna. Krishna gives an answer in the next verse itself. He says, Shri Krishna says, Asamshayam mahabaho mano durnigraham mano durnigraham chalam abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. He says, O Arjuna, asamshayam, undoubtedly, yes, mind is very difficult to control. This is Krishna, the creator of mind, the creator of everything, is stating that It is undoubtedly difficult to control the mind. Asamshayam, no doubt. Don't, no doubt at all. It's very difficult to control the mind. Mano nigraham chalam. Then he says, however, it is possible. But it is possible to control the mind. It is difficult, yes, no doubt, but it is possible. How? Abhyasena tu kaunteya, vairagyena cha grihyate. Two things he says. Abhyasena tu kaunteya. Kaunteya is Arjuna's name. Abhyasa and vairagya. These are two things. He says, Abhyasa means what? Practice. Vairagya means detachment. So what practice Krishna is saying? Abhyasa means anukulyasya sankalpa, means practice or follow what is favorable for bhakti. That is called as abhyasa, practice. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. This is what we have to practice. Study of Shastras, chanting of the holy names, hearing about Krishna, everything. This all comes under abhyas. We have to practice it. The favorable things, anukulyasya sankalpa means, anukula means favorable. Which is favorable to bhakti, we need to practice. Practice and practice and practice. Now, at the same time, pratikulyasya varjanam means, Krishna here says vairagya, means detachment. Pratikulyasya varjanam means those items, things, persons, people, situation which is not favorable for bhakti, we should reject. No need. Detachment, that is detachment. So the things which is tempting us could be like, if we have time, 1 hour time, we have two choice. Either I can chant little bit and read something or hear about Krishna, or I can watch TV, series, IPL, politics, news, whatever it is. Choice for us. So if the intelligence says, okay, go for IPL, we'll go for IPL. Krishna will also go from your our dictionary. There is no other. So IPL and Krishna will not go together. Or cricket and or any sports or any movie. It could be movie. So that is pratikulasya. Pratikula means it is completely not favorable for bhakti. So something is not favorable for bhakti, detach. Krishna says cut, detachment. That is what he says. And if we do these two things, suitable practice of devotional service, accepting favorable things to bhakti, and staying away from which is not favorable, that is detachment. If we do these things, vairagya and abhyasa, abhyasa and vairagya, if you do this, then your mind is controlled, and this is the only way to control the mind, Krishna says. And that's what we need to do. Why I'm not able to control the mind? Because we are distracted by many other things, because we are distracted by things which are not favorable to bhakti. That is the only reason of not getting concentration, not getting focus. We say that when I sit for chanting, my mind is going here and there. Yeah, sometimes yes, it is natural that yes, we may be getting the thoughts of what to do in the office, what to, planning, some so many things will come. And most of the times what happens is that what we are doing the rest of the day, what consciousness we are you know we are keeping in the rest of the day after 22 hours, that will determine the quality of chanting when we sit for chanting. If we are watching a lot of TV, if we are watching a lot of movie, cricket, and all the other things of this world, then when we sit for chanting, how we can expect that we will get good quality chanting? Not at all possible. Not at all possible. So it determines what we do. What we do in the rest of the time will determine the quality of chanting. The chanting should be of high quality. At least, no, not everybody is, not every time, every syllable, every mantra, every mala will be of high quality. But at least some round should be good. Correct? So it happens to all of us. I'm also struggling a lot in this regard. Sometimes the chanting is very bad. All the 16 rounds will go in some direction, and we'll feel, oh, what is this? What I did? and how to now cope up. We don't have time to again do it also. So the problem is that because of so many other things, it could be even so. The point is that even if you don't watch movie, if you don't watch politics, if you don't watch cricket, if you don't go to friends or whatever, still mind will make us think something, maybe some office issues, maybe some work related or something home related issues. So mind will find a way out to somehow disturb us. This is what I'm trying to say. Mind will somehow make a plan to agitate us, disturb us, even if you don't watch movie or anything. So if we are doing that also, what will be the condition of our mind? So without doing that also, it's a problem. So if we do that, then forget about Krishna. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. Our chanting will never become proper. Holding a mobile phone in the hand, on the left hand, on the right hand, we have Mala. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Some news are popping up. Scrolling. What kind of chanting is that? How are we going to improve? These are not good practices. Bhakti should be uh, practiced sincerely. Not, don't worry. We should not worry about the quality now. Quality, we can work on it. However, now we have to put sincerity in it. Quality will come later. Sincere practice, sincere efforts, deliberate, to keep away the distractions deliberately. We don't want mobile near to us when we are chanting. What is the requirement? So, so many things we are not careful, and that will affect our sadhana, no doubt. Even though if we take so many precautions, still the chanting or the mind is flickering. Then what will be the situation if we are going with all these things? It will be very difficult. We are practicing distractions. This is our we are practicing distractions by watching the reels, by watching the other things unnecessarily, scrolling here and there, watching news, practicing distractions. Then each and every 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 1 minute, scrolls or reels are changing, new news are coming. So our mind and naturally is now, cannot focus for something more than 10 seconds. This is what is happening for us. 10, 20 seconds, the reel completes, or we will not be able to focus more than that because our mind is set in that way. Then if we study shastras, if we are hearing classes, what attention we will get? How can we blame that I don't understand? Oh, it is all going from my head. Because we are practicing distractions. That's the reason. We are practicing distractions. And the most culprit is our mobile phone. So, so we have to be really careful. We have to be really careful if we really want Krishna in this life. Otherwise, let's take it in a light way and okay, whatever happens, how much ever I can do, I can do. Maybe I can try in the next life. Okay, I can try in the next life, no problem. That's up to all of us. Nobody is forcing. Nobody is forcing. But if you are going to take initiation and all those plans we have, and if already those who are initiated also, if we are keeping it for the next life, then we are giving trouble to our guru because he should make sure that it is his promise to Krishna that I will take this jiva to spiritual world, and we are saying okay, I will do next time, third time. Then what kind of disciple we are? We are forcing our guru to come again in this world, which is completely wrong. So our journey to spiritual world is completely depending on Krishna and Guru. Let's not let's not we should not be worried about whether what will happen to us. That's not a problem at all, but our sincere efforts is what Krishna is looking now, not the quality. However, are we putting efforts? Are we having uh, some seriousness in this? or seriousness or mm, sincerity in this process. This is the only thing Krishna is looking. Quality will come in the future. So anyway, I don't know why I said all this, but it is related to the mind. Hmm? Yeah, and some more discussion we need to make regarding the mind. Yeah, so we discuss about Avirodha Priti, unrestricted attachment. Ravana is a good example. Another example we can say Virodha Yukta, Krodha, or anger and frustration. So anger is we already discussed that if the material desires are not fulfilled, we'll get angry. Hmm? And anger is a very dangerous thing. Now there is an example. One time, have you heard about Alexander the Great? Alexander the Great, one time, he came to India. He came to one India. He went to one dham, one pilgrimage place, and he wanted to. He came to a place and he wanted to meet a sage, a sadhu, and this sadhu is sitting in a cave. Sadhu is sitting in a cave and he's chanting. He's chanting his mantra. Mm. And sadhu has a servant also. This Alexander the Great is waiting for that sadhu, and he told his servant, "I want to meet him. Please ask him to come out. I want to meet that sadhu. Please ask him to come out." Sadhu said, the servant told this sadhu, this one person called Alexander has come and he's calling you. He wants to see you. Sadhu said, "Tell him to wait for some time." Okay. And this servant went and told him, yeah, he told to wait for some time. Alexander is now getting agitated. He's saying, he's saying like that? Hmm. Do you know who am I? Do you know? Hmm. I'm Alexander the Great. He says, his servant. Hmm. And you go and tell you know, your superior that if you don't come, you tell him that I'm the Alexander the Great. You know, I don't trust. I don't make me crazy. Ask him to come out. So he said, went second time and said, again the sadhu said, please ask him to wait for some time. So now he is coming and giving the same answer to him. So he is now really frustrated. He said, he said, if he is not coming out, I'm going to take my sword and going to cut his head. He was angry. He was angry. In fact, he went inside within in the cage or in the kutir with the sword to cut the head of this sadhu. Sadhu was sitting there in meditation, and he started shouting in anger. Alexander, I will kill you. How dare you to tell like this? I was waiting. I'm waiting for you for a long time now. You are not able to. You are not coming out. He started really frustrated, and he's frustrated and anger. And Sadhu opened the eyes and asked, "Do you know Alexander asked, do you know who am I?" He asked. Sadhu simply said, "Yes, I know you very well. You are the servant of my servant." Now, by hearing this statement, Alexander got more agitated. You are, how dare you to say that you are, am your servant of the servant? He said, what Sadhu said, you are the servant of my servant. He said, you call me servant? He was really angry, angry, agitated. Then he said, I'm going to chop your head. If you don't explain me what you said, I'm going to kill you. Then Sage said, I will tell you. Why? Because you are the servant of my servant. Because my mind is, I am the master and the mind is my servant. What I say, mind will do. But in your case, you are the servant of my servant. Means you, your mind is your boss and you are his servant. Mm. And for me, it is the opposite. So, so in that connection, you are actually you are the servant of my servant, because my mind is my servant and you are opposite. Uh, so I'm seeing you as the servant of my servant, like that he said. And now Alexander is thinking, oh, this is a very beautiful statement by him. He understood, because he said that anger, related to anger. He said, "You are angry. I don't get agitated, mhm, because I am having complete control of my mind. But in your case, you are not able to control your mind. So you are a servant of your mind. So that is the reason what you are getting agitated, mm, frustrated." So this is one example of anger, wherein uh, if we are not if we are not using our intelligence and controlling the mind, then the mind will act according to its desire and will be in trouble. So how to control the anger? We cannot we can control our anger in Krishna consciousness by tolerating the ripples. It's like, if somebody is agitating us, we don't have to respond to it immediately. We can just pause, take a deep breath, chant Hare Krishna, then speak if required. It is like if we are throwing a stone in the clear water, a pond or something. We can see if there are ripples. There will be ripples if you throw a stone, right? And when there are ripples, we will not be able to see the what is there down. The transparency will not be there, right? But if it is clear and not agitated, then it is transparent. We can see what is even inside. If the water is clear, we can see what is inside the water, or at least to some depth. Correct. Similarly, our mind is like that. So if it is agitated, better to keep quiet. If we start responding to it accordingly, then we will be in trouble. So practical way, we cannot be like Arjuna or Hanuman, to use our anger in the service of Krishna, maybe at this point, but we can control, or we can pause, think, and chant Hare Krishna. And if it is too much, we can leave the place. We can just leave the place. So this is something we can always remember, in terms of anger. Okay. Okay, so I think we have to stop here. So now we will discuss about the tongue, belly, and genitals next in the next session. Okay, we'll see the remaining things. We'll read accordingly. शिल प्रभुपाद की जय, शिल रूप गोस्वामी की जय, शिल गुरुदेव की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंद.